Hey everyone, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with a brutally honest product review. And why do I call this a brutally honest product review? Well, because like every other damn product I review on this channel, I get no sponsorships, no discounts, no promos. This was not provided by the manufacturer for me to take a look at it. I paid with it out of my own money. So I will tell you if I think this thing is worth a damn or not. This is a letscom fitness tracker. Here's the packaging. Exciting stuff, right? And it says, it is not a toy. It says it right here. Just funny. Not for medical use or to provide scientific data. Well, I guess they have to throw those disclaimers on it. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to unbox this thing. Now, let's be brutal, right? Let's get the scissors out here. And just tear it up. Because it's just a box. And this is actually going to go in the trash. Hey, there we go. Whatever. Alright, so. Is there anything else in here? Okay, so what do we got? Nothing else in the box. Okay, so box off to the side. Alright. Oops, I'm dropping stuff. Okay. We got some very light instructions here. Tells me how to assemble it. And disassemble and charging, so. Alright. Alright, okay. Tells me how to charge it. Exciting stuff. We got the two halves of the watch band here. What's this? Oh, they're here for me 24/7. Wow, phone number and all. Exciting stuff. Alright, so what's this say? This is pull the bands off the tracker and insert the built-in USB plug into a USB port for charging. Remove before use. Okay. And then we got the book. Well, unfortunately, it looks like this thing comes completely discharged. So I'm going to have to charge it before I can really set this thing up or do anything. That's okay. I just plug it into a USB port to charge it, but I can go ahead and put some of the band on. And it goes on real easy. Let's see how easily it comes off. Does it come off just as easy? Yeah. So at least the band goes on and off easily. So what I'm going to do now, obviously, is charge this thing up a bit, and I'll be back and we'll go through the setup in the whole 9 yards. See you in a little bit. Okay guys, I've managed to charge my watch/tracker band thing, so we're going to go ahead and pair it to my phone. Apparently, the app you use is called Very Fit Pro. So let me go to the Play Store real quick and do a search for just Very Fit Pro. Looks like this, I think, Very Fit Pro. So we'll hit install. Of course, I'm going to have to hit skip because it's going to say, do you want to add a credit card? No. Skip. Looks like she's installing now. Pretty exciting stuff. Alright. We'll open the app. Use now. Do we agree? Of course we agree, because you have to. Yeah, sure. Make sure, and my Bluetooth's on. Okay. Please select the device. Looks like it found it. Something's happening. Let's see if the time is correct. No. So which one's which? Great. It's detecting my wife's. The problem is my wife has one of these damn things too. So let's try this one. This is a little bit of an issue because I don't know if it's the right one. Well, the time's still wrong on my phone. Let's try this one. It detects them both. Yeah, this is going to be an issue. If you do have more than one in the house, it will detect both on your phone, which is a little bit of a bummer. So I'll have to be... Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can turn this off. Let's see if this turns off. Okay. Hopefully it'll only detect one now. Well, that one says -1. So let's try to switch this one back on. Maybe the one that says 90 is my wife's. I don't know. I have no idea. Go. Oh, it thinks I'm walking. No. Stop. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. How do I... No! Damn it. It thinks I'm trying to do something. Wow, this is not the most user-friendly device I've ever seen. Shit. Okay. Let's hit refresh again. Okay, guys, I've actually been living with this thing for a couple of days now. And I did manage to get it binded in my phone. Let me go ahead and switch on my phone. Yeah, the initial process was a slight pain in the ass since I had multiple of these devices in the house. So let's see, is my Bluetooth on? Yes, it is. Okay. Alright. And I'm going to show you guys how I figured out which one was correct. I guess it's connecting to my device right now. It's going to update with my activities for the day. Let's so if I click into device here, the way I figured this out, actually, I looked at my wife's phone because she synced hers to her phone before I ever synced mine. This is literally the only reason I could figure this shit out. Is I looked at the MAC. It's not showing up super well on my camera's doing a really terrible job picking this up. But each one of these has a unique MAC address, and so I just looked at what my wife's MAC address was for her on her device, so I was able to compare it to my device and just pick the one that wasn't my wife's. One thing I've learned already in my few days with this device, I think it's been on... How long have I had this thing on? I don't know. I had charged up for like 2 days. After 2 days of use, battery capacity is currently at 79% on it after charging it only once, and that was initially, so it's used, a bit more than 20% over 2 days, which is pretty good battery life for this. And I've been using it, I've been playing with it a fair amount. You can make a number of changes in the app here, you can change the watch face and stuff. There's only 4 choices, but this is a $20-some item. What do you really expect? Right? It's going to say, okay, basically my steps for the week, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, and it says I've only taken about 3,400 steps today, at least in the app and on the watch. I'll show you here on the watch a few of the functions. Obviously, primary one is the time, and yes, that is correct. Number of steps today, but I actually experimented with this a bunch today. I just walked various ways, and I can tell you, depending on how I walked, it did not always detect my steps. Like if I walk with like my arms steady, like if I have it out like this, but I'm moving my legs and I'm walking, it won't pick up the steps. So it's not 100% precise. I mean, it gives you a ballpark of the number of steps you took, but it's certainly not 100%. Now, I'll show you a heart rate monitor. I don't know what it's going to say my pulse currently is. It goes all over the place, kind of. Right now, it should be relatively low since I am not being super active. 78 beats, 78, 79, whatever. Usually when I'm sitting and resting, it shows me at about 60-some beats per minute. Maybe I am slightly more active because I'm, sitting up a little more. I've been moving around, getting ready for this part of the video and the whole 9 hours. I'm going to purposely try to get my heart rate up now just a little bit by kind of moving vigorously. I know you guys can't really see me, but I'm kind of shaking things up a little bit, and I felt my heart rate go up more, and it feels like it should be higher than that. Here, let me get up, guys, and I'm going to actually do, I'm going to be a little ridiculous. I'll do a few jumping jacks behind the camera. The things I do for these reviews here. Okay. Let's see what that did. That was a bit more activity, physical activity. Let's see. Okay. Again, I don't know how precise this is, but it will show if your pulse increases or decreases. I'm not taking this as gospel, by the way, but it does give you maybe some sort of rough idea of, what we're looking at. And today I've not been super active. I've been at home all day long. I'm off work this week. So I haven't really even left the house that much. Tomorrow is going to be the real test of this device, and kind of when I give my final verdict on it, because tomorrow I am planning on going hiking. So this should measure it out. Now I do have some problems with this device, which I will get to in the final part of the review. But yeah, tomorrow I go hiking, and then I'll probably give my final conclusions in the whole 9 yards. So see you guys tomorrow for that. Well, guys, I actually went several days longer than I had originally planned before making this final part of the video, because obviously I've been using this device a lot, kind of trying to figure it out over the past several days. On my hike, I think the accuracy for how far I walked and all that varied, honestly. That's one day when I did clock over 10,000 steps, because when you walk, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles on trails, you'll do that. So, it did reflect, obviously, my steps on the trail. I do want to show you a little bit how the exercises work, because you do have options. So let's say I'm doing a hike, right? You just basically hold down, because it's going to tell me low battery. It's not going to let me do an exercise. Apparently on low battery it won't let you do an exercise. Well, I guess I'll have to wait to conclude this video. So see you guys in a bit. Okay, I went ahead and charged up the watch a bit. It's not 100%, but it's at 85, so that should be high enough to test it out. So, like I said, one thing you can do with this are various exercises. So you highlight the exercise that you want, and then you just kind of hold it down. And essentially what this does is you see the time there, how long you're doing it. The exercise shows you how much you're, how many calories you're burning, all that, how far you've gone, your heart rate, all of the fun, wonderful things. And I guess the reason I won't let you do this when it's on low battery is simply because it's going to constantly try to monitor your pulse, and it does it optically through the watch, I guess. So, yeah. And I have a little bit to say about the heart monitor function of this. And one major downside to it, at least that I noticed. So let's go ahead and put that back on. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the exercise. Well, good for me for doing literally no exercise. But that shows you the results. And then, of course, you got other exercises, walk, run. 3 built-in ones that you can do real easy are walk, run, and bike, I guess, because those are the most common ones. Now, and that's pretty much, the functionality of the watch itself. All the rest of the functionality of this, of course, is built into the app. So I'm going to just take the watch off here so we can get a better view of it. Like that, as I show off the app as well. So obviously this is my stats for the day. And you can do this little button down here in the Very Fit Pro app. You can hit plus, and you actually get more options for exercise. So let's see what this does. What's this one here? Oh, I guess that measures your weight. Okay. I guess this shows what happens if I hit this button here. This added running. And that caused... Okay. Well, it didn't show anything on the... Oh, it has me in running mode right now, I guess. So I'm going to hit stop. Confirm end. Okay. What's interesting, though, is running's already built into the watch. I don't know why they put that in there, but if you go to this option here, you should get... Okay, you get more exercise options. You have climbing, badminton, workout, spinning, treadmill, yoga, basketball, football, tennis, and dance. So let me put one in that I actually commonly do, an exercise I do a lot. It does treadmill, right? And now, boom, it's going to instantly assume like I'm on a treadmill, even though I'm not. And you hit that, and it'll try to show your stats. I'm going to hit stop here. No, I don't want to save the data. Then you move on, and it just shows your stats. The problem is, after you do it, it does not permanently add it to the watch, which is a bit of a bummer. I mean, I'm glad that they threw in more functionality for more exercises. I kind of just wish after you did the exercise that it permanently added it to the watch. I mean, that would be nice, but it is good that that functionality is there if you need it. If you click on device, obviously, you get the battery, yada, yada, yada. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys is the heart rate detection. Right now, I have it set to automatically take my pulse every so often. But the issue with that is, let's see if I can show, is this thing since it does it optically, right? If you leave this on automatically, and let's say, you know, you're going to bed, right? And you put your watch anywhere in your bedroom and it's, you know, not on your wrist. Well, what happens is it tries to take your pulse once every couple minutes, so you'll have this giant green light flashing in your bedroom when you're trying to sleep, which is really annoying. So what I do at the end of the day, if I don't want it to try to figure out what my heart rate is, if I don't want that to happen, I have to hit heart rate detection, and then you just choose manually and then sync the device, and then that turns off the automatic heart rate thing. So basically, my overall opinion of this is I like it. The other major problem with this device is the screen is way too dark to see it in bright sunlight. You can see it just fine on overcast days or obviously anywhere indoors, but in bright direct sunlight, it's just not bright enough, which is also a bummer, right? So is this device perfect? Absolutely not. But it's, for the price, for 20 some odd dollars, it's pretty good. You know, it has a decent amount of functionality. No, it's not a full smartwatch, but you know what? It's, again, fairly good. And again, this is going to give you general guidelines. I don't think it's going to be 1,000% accurate, but it does help you kind of keep track of your physical activity, which is a good thing. So if you're interested in something like that, I think this is, you could do worse than this. It does function, it does work, but you know, whether you want to get this or go a bit, if you're going to spend more money than this, I would recommend something like the Amazfit Bip over this. But if 20 some dollars is your budget, this is a pretty good choice. So anyway, that's pretty much it. You know, I will link in the product, or I'm sorry, in the video description below, the product link. And yes, it is an Amazon affiliate link, so if you do buy this item through that link, that will help me out a little bit, and I would highly, highly appreciate it if you are interested in this. If not, no worries. Anyway, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please take a look around, see if you like it, and subscribe if you do. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Live long and prosper.